When the night is calm and peaceful, loving hearts are all in tune. There's two lonesome people in the whole wide world. That's me and the man in the moon. When the little birds are nesting and I listen to them croon, there's two lonesome people in the whole wide world. That's me.
Today's going to be kind of fun because I really want you guys to sort of take the lead on what we're gonna do. Eventually, first we got a lot of business that we need to attend to. Sort of gotta get you guys home, and then deal with some other stuff. So here's my first question of the afternoon. You guys have an army of moth people. What are you going to do about that?
Well, we printed them all skin, right?
You have been working on that, which, by the way, you've discovered a revelation about those devices, the suit presses. Uh-huh. One of the knobs you already knew determined age. The other knob, you quickly discover, with the help of some of the moths, actually controls sort of like gender differences. So like a flat center is just like totally
androgynous.
Totally androgynous. And the moths have a lot of fun sort of like going through that and finding out what's right for them. What does Gertie look like, Earnest?
I don't know. I mean, Gertie's her own person. I don't think Earnest should really...
No, well, okay. Mark, what does Gertie look like?
Shit. All right, now you're putting me on the spot. Give me a minute. Just give me a second to think about that.
Okay, great. Well, in the meantime, I have another problem to throw at all of you guys. How are you getting this army to the East Coast? How are you getting it back to New York?
Train.
Specifically, the Transcontinental Railroad?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the option, I guess.
It's not like there's, first class.
We could buy them all
flights.
plane tickets, but that'd be really fucking expensive.
That would take so much.
It's the 1920s. Is there really plane tickets to be bought?
Not like modern commercial airline standards. No.
Yeah. Exactly.
A train is definitely the best path. It's gonna cost a good amount of money to get all of these people back. Harvey, you gonna like step up and
I guess I can say I've never had the opportunity to sugar daddy like 3,000 moth people.
You buy out several trains with your rich bitch lifestyle, and
I've conned and killed people for this money lifestyle.
And now you're a sugar daddy to an entire new civilization. It's beautiful.
Oh God.
And so that handles a lot of the problems. What's the train ride like?
I can
Probably hectic.
Speaking for Dandy is super tired and sad and just like wiped. So she's gonna spend the train ride quietly by herself.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Oh, hey, Howie didn't go anywhere this time, by the way.
Oh wait, Howie's still there?
Yeah.
I'm wiping that. Redacted. Dandy goes to hang out with Howie.
Okay, so yeah, you spend a lot of personal time with Howie on your 4-day journey back to the East Coast. And yeah, she is basically under like a new mindset. And I think, you guys are driving across like the middle of the country. You're getting there. And Howie says, I don't think I'm gonna like run away this time.
Really? Are you gonna come with us to the hotel?
I mean, if Harvey will take me, I don't know.
I'll be very honest. I don't know if Harvey will even notice.
That's fair. There's a lot going on right now. Yeah, I've just sort of like, I've had a lot of respect for the things you guys do. And, I feel like maybe I can be more useful than just like stealing stuff.
Oh my God. Howie, yes. Holy shit. That's That is awesome. It is really, really nice to have just like more people aboard this whole adventure process. And I personally think you're super cool.
Oh, Dandy, you're super cool. This is
Dandy
going to be
like,
awesome.
Oh my god.
This is not good for Dandy and Louisa.
No, not in like a romantic way. She just really likes Howie. Don't look at me like that.
Ernest, how's your train ride? You doing anything with good old CP?
Well, yeah, CP and I are fucking talking about communism and how much he hates it, of course.
Is that all
He
you
won't
talk
shut
about?
up about it.
Well, CP's pretty, what's what I'm looking for?
One note.
No, he's not one note. He's just very committed to abolishing all of communism.
It does seem to be a sort of unfortunate life goal I've instilled in this character.
So
But-
he is extremely driven.
Very. And I think that's a good thing for him. I mean, he's a very driven little boy.
All right, yeah, so you even buy him like the Communist Manifesto just so he can like know his enemy.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's a good idea. I do talk to him about, I do have that talk to him about how he shouldn't leave without telling me because that was bad.
Yeah, cool, very cool. And Harvey, do you do anything? You hanging out with anyone?
I make a point to hang out with no one.
Okay. I think maybe like your exclusiveness actually like brings you more attention.
Oh god. I just want to go into like the little sleeping cabins or whatever and just sleep. Like all I want to do is sleep.
Harvey locks himself in one of the baggage areas.
Yeah, like something. Like there's no. It's just.
I like that. I think that's very Harvey. Yeah, no, though, like several times a day, per day, you are like interrupted by people who are like, hey, can I hang out with you? Like just random people, not even anyone that you know. Just like something about your distant nature is like attracting these moths.
Like a light.
It's like the opposite of what's wanted.
So okay, we have reached some good conclusions. Here is my last conundrum for you guys. Yes, Ernest.
Yes, I'd like to say that Ernest was also hanging out with Gertie too. Because
Okay.
I think that's a good thing to do.
Do you know what she looks like yet?
I think I know what she looks like.
All right, why don't you go ahead and give me the old 1-2? What does Gertie look like?
So I think she's not like fucking stunning, but she's pretty good looking. She's got black long hair. She's kind of pale. And like she's not my dream girl, but like Ernest is just like, holy fuck.
Ernest is really into it.
Yeah.
Ernest wants a goth GF.
Listen, it's not exactly what the times call for, but he's into it.
Ernest is ahead of the time. Okay, so getting a little back on track here. The last order of business before you guys arrive that I want to talk about is how you plan on communicating with a lot of moths who only can communicate in your mind.
Well, here's what I thought of the other day when we asked this question.
Yeah,
So,
I had sort of behind the scenes, I did ask them to actually think about this so we didn't sit around for 5 minutes today being like, I don't know.
this is just a large group of mute people who came together and were all doing sign language, and whether or not it's like real sign language for right now or something we will eventually learn for realsies since they're gonna have to, but for the time being, if we're communicating with them, we're at least going to pretend to be doing sign language until I think like the whole group can do it, so they don't always have to be talking in each other's minds. I think actual sign language is probably their go-to.
Well, so yeah, when you brought up sign language, I sort of had this vision. Maybe even like the same bookstore you picked up the good old Karl Marx wonderful story. Like maybe maybe someone like got a book on sign language to sort of like go through some basics with the moths while you guys were traveling on the train. Because it's about like a 4-day trip. So I actually wanted to give you guys a new skill.
Sign language?
Language other, sign language.
Hell yeah. Oh no, my dice.
You're going to start with a base of 15. And I'm also going to let you... I'm going to need you guys to be honest with me here, and I'll let you roll improvement based on how much thought or how much time you think your character spends on this train learning sign language. And Harvey, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, if you're isolated the whole time, probably not a lot.
Well, Dandy's gonna since Dandy's spending most of her time just kind of chilling out with Howie and whoever else sort of wanders by. I'd like to think that, especially if this was sort of, I don't know if it was her idea or my idea or whatever, but I think Dandy was especially like, ooh, I want to know sign language. Hell yeah.
I also think Earnest took that as like a good way to bond with Gertie, and he was like, okay, yeah,
Hell yeah.
we'll do this.
Okay, so I'm going to have Dandy and Earnest make 2 improvement checks. And Harvey, I'm going to give you 1. Maybe you caught some stuff outside of the hall.
Okay. Do we just roll a d10?
You're gonna roll. First, you need to beat your 15, and if you get higher than a 15, that means you've passed your improvement check. Then you roll a d10 and you add it to there.
I did not.
Either?
Nope. I got a 38 and then a 64.
Yeah, that's higher. You want higher for this.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I did. Sorry.
What about you?
Okay.
Marco, do you want to go ahead?
Oh, I'm just slightly confused.
Yeah, so improvement checks work basically the opposite of normal skill checks. You want...
Yeah, I got that.
So if you got higher than a 15 on your roll, which did you?
So I passed the first time, and I just rolled a 10.
Yeah, so you add 10 to your skill for that first one.
Nice. I passed the second one. Do I get to do that too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you roll again.
I got a 9.
Damn.
Great, you had 19 fucking skill points.
I succeeded on both, and I got a 10 also for the first one, and a 7 for the second one.
Okay,
Add
cool.
those to my base 15.
Yes. And while Marco is... well, where are you at, bud?
Okay, I got a 5.
Okay, cool. So you're going to add 5. So you'll have a base 20.
Okay.
The way sign language is going to work as a skill check, because I think this is really cool. You guys now have a silent way to communicate with each other as long as you're within eye shot of each other.
Nice.
That's really cool.
But to successfully pass sign language, both parties need to be successful.
That's fair.
So, yeah, you guys learn some sign language. You have a good time, except for Harvey, who is isolated and a loner. But even he has a decent time. And eventually, you guys work your way back to good old... Okay, hang on. Can we take a vote right now? Mm-hmm. I have called the town that Harvey's hotel is in 2 different names. I've called it Thistle Heights and Thistle Point in New
Thistle
York.
Point.
I think we did a
Thistle
vote on
Point.
this. Yeah, we did a vote on this before. I think we decided on Thistle Point.
Okay, Thistle Point, New York is the official name.
I really hope way back in time, and whatever episode we voted on, we actually voted for Thistle Heights.
So, yeah, I'm going to say for convenience sake that, like, the hotel is really not that far away from the train station, so you're not ferrying moths back and forth all afternoon. Mm-hmm. So, Harvey, you're in the lead. You know the area best as you escort this large mute community over to their new residence. And you notice something very unusual about your hotel.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of cars parked in it.
Oh, that's not a bad thing.
When you left, there were maybe like 2 or 3 people staying. You're looking at almost a full lot right now.
Well, that might be a bad thing.
And are you gonna... I'm just gonna assume you're probably gonna be the first one in.
I'm actually gonna have everyone wait outside.
Okay.
Because I don't want to fill the lobby with like a few hundred, possibly 1,000 people.
Can we
And-
settle on a number? We should
Yeah,
probably
we should
settle
we
on
should
a
settle
number.
on a number.
How about 500?
I think 500 is a good number. Well, it's
Okay.
a lot of people, but I think it's a realistic estimate.
Okay, I don't want to fill the lobby with 500 people.
People and moth people.
Yeah.
All right, but are you going to go inside first? Are you gonna swing open
Yeah,
those doors?
I'm gonna go inside first.
Okay, and Danny and Earnest, you're following.
Heck yeah.
Okay, Harvey, you walk directly into some cobwebs.
Real or fake?
Harvey, are you going to attempt to see if they're real or fake?
No.
Okay. You push past them into the lobby, which has been spooked the fuck out.
What month is it?
It is, I think it's either April or May. I meant to go back and listen and get that, and I forgot.
But it's not Halloween
October.
time.
It's definitely not Halloween time.
I love it.
Dandy-
Ernest is into it.
Dandy looks absolutely perplexed and mildly horrified.
Harvey looks mortified.
As you guys are taking in the scenes, from the far end of the lobby, like where the hallway connects and starts leading into rooms, you see Louisa, and she doesn't seem to notice you at first, and she's talking to a group of people who are following behind her. And we're gonna pick up with her mid-sentence as she says, "And that's when they knew he was dead." And you hear like two little children in the audience like scream delighted, and several adults like clap their hands, and Louisa turns and she gives you all an enormous smile and says, "Harvey, you're back!"
Yeah, I'm gonna smile at her.
Harvey. And she kind of gives you like a look and says, "Harvey, I was just telling this group the story of Captain," and she like pauses for a second, and one of the kids chimes in, "Captain Bandolier." And Louisa says, "Yeah, Captain Bandolier. And I was just about to tell them the story of your great uncle Harvey and his mysterious disappearance. Maybe you'd like to talk to them about that."
We just got back and there's just a lot that I need to do. In fact, I need to talk to you. Could I take you into the back? Maybe somebody could pick up the tour.
Harvey, you feel someone tugging at your leg, and you look down and see a little child and says,
Oh, God.
"Please, sir, I want to hear the story of your great uncle."
Dandy jumps forward and she's just like, "Great Uncle Harvey lived 100 years ago in this very hotel." And I'm gonna roll charm.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh no! I fumbled.
The little kid kicks you in the shin and says, "Fuck you!" and runs back
my
to their
God.
tour group.
Dandy's like, "All right, I'm going to the back room now," and walks away.
God.
Ernest puts CP down on the floor and he's like, "CP, take it away."
Is that really what you want to do?
Dandy's not gonna stop.
Listen, he's either gonna tell them a crazy story or something about communism, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah, the little moth looks delighted. Several of the adults in the crowd look a little mortified as Captain Punch runs over, and I think you hear one of them mutter like, "This is some crazy puppetry they got here."
Sure is a puppet.
And Captain Punch says, "I'm gonna tell you all about the communist ghost."
Harvey has his head in his hands.
And extends one fingerless hand towards you as if giving you guys a thumbs up as he starts leading the tour group down the hall. And now you have the three of you and Louisa.
Okay, the smile's gone, and I look at Louisa.
Hey, Harvey, how was the trip?
The trip was fine. What the fuck are you doing here?
Well, you did give me a promotion before you left.
In good faith. That faith is no longer good.
Harvey! Louisa looks exasperated. Harvey, we're in the middle of the goddamn Catskills. Everywhere is booked except here, and you want to know why?
Okay, why?
Because you're spooky, but you're not marketing it.
Well, how are we spooky?
Harvey, you're a spooky motherfucker. I'm sorry. I like you a lot. But, I mean, like, you know, the hotel was like, dreary. It was sad. Like, but you had all this potential. I had this vision, Harvey. I had a vision of what this place could be. And, you know, Marcus and I kind of ran with it.
You made it so tourist trappy.
Well, I mean, there's nothing else like this, Harvey. This is awesome. The hotel is so successful. And I mean, what? It's not like you have an enormous group of people outside just looking for free rooms.
Dandy coughs.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, honey?
Hey, would you mind looking out the window?
Louisa looks out the window and says, "Oh, man."
That's what I didn't get a chance to tell you on the phone before you hung up on me. We had to bring back everyone.
Louisa claps her hands and says, "This is no problem. Alexa!" And from around the corner, a young woman with red curly hair zooms around and says, "Yes, ma'am. Alexa, we're going to need
500.
We're going to need a lot of rooms sort of cleared out ASAP." And Alexa starts sprinting down the hall.
Louisa, did you hire somebody else? Did you hire someone without me here? Really?
Well, it's not like I could really contact you where you guys were.
Okay. All
All
right.
right, I couldn't be like, "Harvey, in hell, question mark? Hey, we're kind of without a manager and we're swamped. Poor Marcus was working doubles. I mean, you don't want to pay him overtime, right?"
No.
So I took the liberty of making, some changes.
You took the liberty of a lot of things, and I guess I can understand why, but now you're gonna have to kick out most of the hotel, and they're gonna be angry, so you're gonna have presumably almost 500 angry people.
Louisa extends her hands apologetically and says, all right. Why don't we... Oh, he's here somewhere. Why don't I just take you around? I need to find someone here. I think they're going to be able to sort of help you out with this. Well, why don't I show you some of the changes and we can talk about them, because you're back and you're the boss. And she motions to lead you down the hallway and turns to Dandy and Earnest and says, "You guys wait here. Keep your eye out for someone weird. You'll know who they are, okay?"
Okay, bye, sweetie.
Bye.
And Louisa starts escorting Harvey down the hall. Ernest, about maybe 8 seconds later, you feel a strong slap on your back as a loud, boisterous voice exclaims, "Harvey Williams, you're a wee bit taller than I thought you'd be."
That's because I'm not Harvey.
My God. And Ernest, as you turn around, you see a man with sunglasses and slicked back hair, dressed in a nice business suit. He looks a little embarrassed that he misguessed who you were, and extends his hand and says, "Richard Doggart, at your service."
I shake his hand and I'm like, "Ernest Hawthorne, good to meet ya."
Is Mr. Williams back yet?
No. I don't know where he is.
Yeah, he went that way with Louisa.
My God. And the man takes off at a brisk pace, turns the corner and says, "Harvey Williams, I knew I'd recognize you the second I saw you. Get over here, you old son of a gun." Louisa turns to you apologetically and says, "There he is, Harvey."
What? Who?
Fuck that guy. He
What?
didn't introduce himself to me.
Do you go over to him, Harvey?
He's loud and big, and I'm scared of that.
Okay. He takes some long strides over towards you. Are Ernest and Dandy following?
No.
I'm gonna go grab Gertie.
Okay.
Dandy's gonna watch from like across the hall where she can hear, but just like glare.
All right.
Because she's been slighted.
The man extends his hand to you, Harvey.
I'll shake it.
All right.
I give it a good shake.
All right. Yeah, he has a nice strong handshake and says, "Richard Doggart, eccentric millionaire, at your service. How are you today?"
I'm fine. Why are you in my hotel?
Harvey, I had a vision. I had a vision of a beautiful hotel in the Catskills that needed my money. And I drove out here and I saw, my God, I was correct. And then I found out where your little friends are from. Sensiba, Connecticut. And I knew it was fate.
Why would that make it fate?
Harvey, are you familiar with Dingle Towers?
Oh, fuck.
Yes, I am familiar with Dingle Towers.
John Dingle is on his way out the door, Mr. Williams. And he looks wistfully off in the distance and says, there just isn't a market for penis-themed real estate right now. But this is something classy, something no one has ever seen. I would like to take your face and slap it all over Dingle Towers, and we'll rebrand it as Harvey's Haunted Hotel. Penis theme is optional. If you want to keep that, I won't stop you.
I do not want to keep that.
Then we will just call it Harvey's Haunted Hotel, and my God, it will make bank. You will be a very rich man, Mr. Williams, if you just accept this offer. You'll have full control of the branding. All I ask is a small little bit off the top, and my God, I will be satisfied.
What percentage are you asking?
Mr. Williams, I'm a very wealthy man. I wouldn't take more than 5% from you.
Really?
I have never been more ding-dang-darn serious in my entire life.
Ernest shouts down from the hallway, ask if there's a contract.
That was going to be my next question. Thank you.
Of course there's a contract involved. I wouldn't, we have to be businessmen about this. You're free to look it over with any lawyer in this entire goddamn country. You'll see that Richard Dogger does not slight anyone.
Harvey, hire a lawyer.
I can't just do that right now.
Louisa awkwardly looks down.
I'm gonna look at Louisa questioningly. Did you bring him here? Or did he just come here?
Oh, he came here. I may have a lawyer on retainer, though.
What?
Well, the business was good. I just didn't want to get into any hot legal trouble, so we have someone for that sort of thing now.
Okay, that's fine. We needed someone.
Is it
for
Richard
that sort of
Doggart?
thing.
Richard Doggart is a lot of things, but a lawyer, no.
Have you talked to Mr. Doggart about this?
Yeah, it was kind of his idea. He's just been hanging out, taking in the sights. He's really company.
Good to know he's company. Okay, I'm gonna turn back to this man that I don't really like, but I'm not gonna say that out loud. Alright, I will consider this offer. I want to look over a contract before anything is set in stone, and I am considering it.
I will take that, and my God, if you accept this proposition, you will not regret it at all, Mr. Williams.
I would hope you make sure I don't regret this.
That threat goes right over his head, and he gives you a warm smile and says, I will see you around, and strolls off into the hotel, almost bumping into Marcus Appleton, who flies around the corner and says, oh my God, Louisa, there's a creepy doll running the tours, what's going on? And stops when he sees you guys and gives you all an enormous hug.
Oh.
And says, oh my God, you're back.
That creepy doll is Ernest's son. Your cousin.
Your little baby cousin who hates communism, so don't fucking mention that around him.
I am not 100% sure what that is, but I will make sure not to mention it. You're back, though. This is so nice. Oh, I am relieved. We have had a fucking ball. I was working like overnights trying to accommodate for all the new people. Louisa's idea really took off.
There's 500 more people.
What?
It's like a gift from where we came from.
From hell, question mark?
From hell, question mark. It doesn't exist anymore, but there was 500 people.
You brought demons back with you.
It's okay, they look like people.
Okay.
Just look out the window, they're very nice. They only speak in sign language, and I get really close to them and I say, or your mind.
Dandy, what the fuck?
We didn't have a choice.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's okay, they're very nice.
All right, this is okay. We have some floors that still need to get cleaned out. Harvey, you have a lot of dangerous shit in here. When's the last time you went through this? Who installed spike beds in some of these rooms?
Can we not talk about that at this moment?
What? Bike beds? What the fuck?
I have
there's a
some
lot of,
interesting interests, Dandy. Don't worry about it.
Dandy looks uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
We can probably, we're gonna have to buy like a lot of beds, but we can probably put up most of these guys without too much problem. I'll need your help cleaning out some of the floors.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I love cleaning.
I can help. You love
Well,
cleaning?
yeah, Harvey, I would assume
I
so.
love
You do
cleaning.
own this place.
I just want it. Well, I didn't want you to assume I would not help and pretend to be some stuck-up owner of the place.
Well, that is just really good news, Harvey. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hell, maybe we can even put your new friends to work.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Clean your own damn room.
Ha, ha, ha.
Thank you.
And you guys start an enormous task of housing everyone. And also, Harvey, are you going to do the deal?
Yeah, if there's nothing in the contract that's, like, suspicious.
Richard Dogger might be like an eccentric, maybe piece of shit, but he really doesn't do anything to slight you. He just seems like really excited to give you money.
Oh, what?
Did I just get a sugar daddy? Yeah, I take the deal.
The other things that I'd like to mention, because now you guys have a lot of stuff to do, is during this break, Earnest and Dandy, your properties are sold to new owners.
Hooray!
Yeah, do we get money for that?
You each receive a cool 500 for changing over ownership. Dandy, you sell it to some maybe run of the mill new lawyer who's looking for a new firm. And Earnest, you might be a little surprised to see the name of the new owner is actually Shady Bob.
Oh, sweet. Sweet.
And yeah, so you guys have a lot of time to kill.
Can we actually talk about what kind of a business it is really quick? Because now
Shady
he has
Bob's?
Yeah, now he has a car dealership. What does he have now?
So, I imagine as you guys are transitioning Dingle Towers into Harvey's Haunted Hotel version 2, you drive through the town a lot. You guys are sort of flitting back and forth for business and everything. Shady Bob's new business is called Shady Bob's Barporium.
Oh, wait. Is he just openly dismissing the prohibition?
It kind of seems like maybe he's just flagrantly hosting a bar. And I think several times you see obvious police officers staked outside of it. It does not look like his business venture is going to get him very far. But I did ask you guys to think about how you want to spend your downtime. Our story, Arc 5, is going to start right around the start of summer, so there's a lot of time to kill. How do you guys spend it? Maybe we can focus on one-ish activities for each of you. And if anyone's thought of what they wanted to do, they're more than welcome to go first.
Well, here's the thing. Individual activities for sure, but at the end, we wanted to have a conversation between Ernest, Dandy, and Harvey about Harvey's betrayal.
Okay. We can do that right now if you want.
Okay.
Okay, so, yeah, the weather is just starting to heat up, and things are, not normal at all, but you all find yourselves in the same company, for a brief period of time, and Dandy, you have, something on your mind.
Yeah, Dandy's been wrestling when to bring this up because after literally everything and also all the nice things Harvey's kind of done for everybody, she didn't want to go out of her way to be no, hey, listen about that thing you did back at the place. So after things have sort of cooled down a little bit and people are getting more settled, things are happening easier, I don't know, something like that. Dandy wants to pull Harvey and Earnest into a small conference room for a chat.
Okay. Conference room B. I think we'll say this is in Dingle Towers. a lot of the penis-themed architecture of conference room B is still very much here. So maybe like shoving aside a really phallic lamp, you all sit down in some chairs.
I also bring out my small radio.
Okay.
And I'm going to invite Solstice to this talk.
You're just getting a lot of static. Stolas does not seem available. And in fact, I think if you've tried to contact him prior, it's sort of the same thing. He's just, he's been a little absent.
All right, Dandy's slightly more agitated at the beginning of the conversation, but mostly from worry. All right, okay, so I need to talk to both of you about kind of a really serious matter. Back in where
the
were we?
train yard?
The train yard, that's right. Yeah. Back in the train yard, we kind of had some moral differences between us. And as a team, I think it's really important that we should be on the same page when we do things. So, Harvey, can we talk a little bit about why you went behind our backs, bud?
Yeah, we can talk that over.
Okay.
Why'd you do it, Uncle Harvey? Captain Punch slams his little felt hands on the table.
Okay.
Know that he was here.
Oh, Captain Punch. Okay. Buddy, can you just maybe take a little nap or something? We're going to have a little bit of a grown-up chat.
Okay. And he curls up in Ernest's front pocket.
That's adorable. I love it.
Cute.
But his question isn't wrong. Why did you do that?
To begin to defend myself, I didn't know that they were a cult, and I didn't know that they were basically worshippers of the demon that we were dealing with. And at this point, I'm extremely over making deals and working with demons from what it got me the first time. I've already apologized about it, so I don't need to do it again, but it just didn't feel right at the time. And I know I messed up and it was a mistake and I should have talked to you both about it, but at the time it felt so wrong to trust someone in the seat of authority. And I've never, in my entire life, I've never really gotten along with the police or anyone in that type of authority. And so maybe it was just a younger me coming forward in fear. But I didn't do it because I didn't trust you or I didn't trust Earnest. I did it because it felt like the right thing to do. It was me trying to be a morally upstanding person and being very bad at it.
No, I think with that being said, I can absolutely, in some way, respect that decision. The only thing is just if you do trust us, because I trust you and I trust Earnest, because at this point I hold on. Oh, sorry, I thought you were about to sneeze. I would trust the both of you with my life, and sort of out of necessity, and also just because of what we've been through together, I want to be able to trust both of you, no matter what. So, I will always come to you first before I make any large decision, because we are just a team, and hopefully nothing happens to our team. But I am growing very nervous, so I would just like to stress I completely understand wanting to make the decision that feels right, and oh boy, I understand making mistakes too. So I don't fault you for that, Harvey. The only thing that upsets me anyway is that you didn't talk to us. I just hope for next time, just come talk to us.
Yeah, I understand.
But I'm not mad. I was a little mad, and really scared, but I'm not mad anymore. Ernest, do you have feelings about this?
Ernest, do you have
fucking
feelings?
care about this.
Ernest has got a business meeting at like 11. You know, he's made some real time for this. Ernest is fucking stepping up in the world. I don't know what Ernest is doing. I'm just.
I'd like to think that Ernest is trying to help out as much as he can with everything.
Okay, yeah. So Ernest does not have any real strong feelings on this, but it seems like you guys have reached a relatively okay conclusion. So if you're all satisfied with this, perhaps we can move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to give my boys a hug.
Okay, you give your boys a hug, and Captain Punch also does.
Oh.
Now, does anyone have anything they want to do?
I do.
Yeah?
I'm not sure how we would go about this, or if this is even possible, but I want to do something possibly, like, I don't know if it would be training of some kind, or something that could possibly, like, help Harvey get better at magic. Because Harvey as a person is interested in magic and likes that he can do it, and I feel like we haven't touched on it a lot, and I want him to get better at it. And so I don't know if that's possible in this, how Call of Cthulhu is set up. But
Yeah,
that's what I want to do. Montage.
Yeah, part of it is that I've been really bad with having you guys make improvement checks, and that's something that I'm really gonna have you guys do in the future. Basically, the way that Call of Cthulhu's improvement system works, and it really just slips through the cracks sometimes, or we forget character sheets, so it's like whatever. But essentially, there's checkboxes next to each of your skills, and you're supposed to mark them when you get a success in a skill per session, and then at the end you pick like a skill to roll an improvement for. And it's a really cool feature, and again, it's just one of those things that's really slipped through the cracks. But I think going forward, that's something we're definitely gonna try. So make sure you bring your pencils. But yeah, I don't see any reason why you can't spend some time working on a skill, and I can have you make improvement checks for it.
Yeah.
So in terms of training, you are surrounded by an entire group of people who are magically inclined now.
That's true.
You don't know many of them, but like Gertie, Johnson, Mayor Mothington, even, they're all around. I don't know if there's one particular person that you could see Harvey going to for a mentor.
That's hard because Harvey doesn't make friends very good.
Well, it doesn't even need to be out of friendship. It can be out of pure necessity.
I think if he had to go to someone to start, it would be... Is it Johnson or Jackson? It's Jackson, isn't it?
No.
Jackson Cukes is a human.
Yeah, Jackson isn't really magically inclined.
Johnson, yeah. Okay. I get them mixed up. Why did we do this?
So you come to Johnson, who is sort of cramped up in your OG hotel. The dorm situation is probably not super great. You gotta imagine there's probably like 4 to 5 people per room. But you track down Johnson, and what do you say to him?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, how does Harvey come to someone and ask them for help?
He doesn't. Harvey's really bad at asking for help.
Does Harvey need help asking for help?
Harvey might need help asking for help.
Okay.
You bring Dandy along.
All right.
Yeah.
This isn't my thing, though. I have a very specific thing.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Just
all right. Great. Yeah. Okay. How about this? I see Harvey kind of like just eyeing Johnson for a few days, like not approaching him, but just like staring at him. And I'm
that
like,
sounds
I go
right.
up to him like, Harvey, what? Do you have a thing for Jackson? Do you
Oh,
like,
Johnson.
an introduction there, bud?
God, no. I don't have a thing. I've been really stumbling on my magic, and these are demons, right? So if I want to ask for help, but...
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. Can I help you ask for help?
Yes, please, Dandy.
Great. Dandy like slaps on a giant smile and she goes over to Johnson. She's like, Johnson! Hey, bud, what's up? How are you?
So, Johnson was always like a pretty short moth, and that is reflected in his new human skin. Does someone want to give him an appearance? Please feel free. Like I said.
Can I?
Yeah, please.
Okay, he is small. He
Yes.
has curly red hair and just 1,000 freckles.
That's what I was thinking too.
All right, yeah, I think that's good for Johnson, who says, "Oh, hey guys, how goes it? How goes whatever capitalist shit you're dealing
Oh
with?"
my god, it goes a lot.
Wow.
Can I ask a favor
Yeah.
on behalf of my good friend Harvey?
I think that's absolutely the least I could do.
Harvey's been looking to sort of up his like magical game. Do you think you could give him some pointers? He's a little shy.
Harvey's magic?
He's trying to be. I think he's a little magic. Have you like looked at Harvey recently? Like just look at him?
I wasn't, I mean, I'm not a dick or anything. I wasn't going to say anything about all that.
That's fair.
I just sort of thought maybe it was like a human thing.
No, that's a
Oh, no.
magic thing.
Whoa. Humans are weird. I would absolutely love to help you. What? He like looks around. Maybe we shouldn't do this here. Do you have like a basement or something we could practice in?
We do have
Dandy-
a basement.
Yeah, Dandy's gonna be like, oh, the basement, huh? Oh, I have to do something. You guys have fun. Bye.
Thanks, Dandy.
You're welcome.
Mr. Williams, what is in your basement?
Dandy had a bad experience in the basement. Nothing's actually down there.
Bad memories. I understand. Well, let's get down there, and I'd love to have you show me what you can do.
Sure.
So you lead Johnson down to your basement. The floor never really got changed after the incident, so there's still like just a section of like awkward wood planks with some thorns jutting out. Johnson says, "I feel like your feng shui is a little off here." Feng shui? Feng shui?
Funky shui.
Ernest
Funky
yells
shui?
down the stairs, Fung.
Okay, feng shui. It's a new term to me, but I'm really, really excited about human aesthetic.
Yeah, the basement isn't exactly refurbished or really in use for other than holding things, but I wouldn't worry about it.
I consider me not worried. And
Awesome.
he rubs his hands together and says, "All right, show me what you can do."
Okay. Oh God, I have to like get my skill sets out. This is gonna take a hot second.
All right, so
Okay.
what are you going to hit Johnson with?
Let's see. Let's do. I have one called. Wait. Oh, okay. I have one called Incubi. Is it Incubi or Incubi? We had an argument about this last time.
I like the what? I like the Incubi. Because one of the other ones is Spike E, and I
Yeah.
think that's fun.
Okay,
so I
so
think
Incubi.
Incubi, so they all have the same end.
Yeah, and then there's Rapti.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
So you're gonna attempt to hit Johnson with Incubi. Can you take us through the how that goes?
Okay, so it says roll power on a success or higher versus opponent. Constitution if not in combat. Target is drained for 1d6 health by small inky tentacles that embrace the foe. Harvey is restored for half of the HP. If cast successfully, lose 1d4 sanity. I can't read.
That's a lot, Jesus.
Yeah, passed.
All right, cool. Maybe he's just letting you do it, but he failed. So, Harvey, you extend your hand, and I think for the first time in the show,
Second time
you
someone.
succeed. You succeed at magic, and these small inky tentacles wrap around Johnson's feet. And he's like, "Oh boy," and he's like, "Ouch!" And Harvey, you feel a little more bright and bushy-eyed. And
Bushy-eyed.
Johnson rubs his legs and says, "Ow, okay. I did technically ask for that, but oof, that kind of hurt."
I don't know what you were expecting.
So that's like your field. You're like an offensive kind of magic boy.
I can be offensive. I can also be defensive, and I can also charm people.
Ooh. Well, I certainly like the sound of that. I think, for convenience sake, maybe we should just focus on one, and we'll try and make you, like, pretty good at it.
That sounds good to me.
What would you like to focus on?
Offense. So the one that I just did.
Okay. So you spend weeks pretty regularly training with Johnson. Maybe not like I'm not telling you like you attack him for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
You go through techniques, how to improve your stance, your mental focus. And by the end of it, you cast a much more successful incubee. So we're going to up that. I think the way it's going to work is I am going to give you one permanent bonus dice on it to make it more successful. And on top of it, you now drain your opponents at a 1-to-1 rate.
Okay. So I'm writing this down.
That is totally fine. But yeah, and you also like, I think definitely get to know Johnson better. Cause he's a pretty okay dude.
He seems neat.
And you guys form a bond. And now we move to Dandy, who knows what she wants to do.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if this is like I can do all of this, but Dandy wants to train too, but not herself. This isn't in a romantic way. I'm just going to clarify. I want to go talk to Howie about maybe training her to do some investigative work, because I think with her like stealthy, steely skills, she'd probably be pretty good at looking into her own past, even if it's not always legal.
Okay, yeah. I think Howie is delighted when you come to her and offer that, and she says, do I get to wear one of those like silly hats? Do you just like get one of those when you pass, or?
They're not silly, but yes.
That sounds amazing. I am so down.
Great, because I keep going to Sinzaba all the time, and when we were in the train yard, I found out that the mayor has a place there, and I kind of wanted to see if I could infiltrate the mayor's office and see if I can, get any knowledge about that.
Well, I'd love to help you with that. Maybe we can train up. We can learn the perimeter and
Yeah.
do a whole bunch of cool shit. It'll be awesome.
I mean, that sounds really sick.
All right, so this is how you want to spend your time, breaking into the mayor's office?
Maybe, like, not breaking in, but, like, schmooze my way in. I don't know. Maybe I fucking use my disguise skills. I have really good disguise skills.
Disguise yourself as the mayor.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, I want you to take me through what exactly you want out of this.
Well, what I want to do is I want to see if I can, like, find any reason to eavesdrop on the mayor and see if there's any information I can glean from, is he actually around? Is there, like, his schedule, that kind of thing, if we can find out when he's going to his little place. Because I feel like we would have heard if the mayor just, like, disappeared.
Yeah, so you mentioned disguise, and I think that would probably be good for what you're doing. What do you and Howie disguise yourselves as? Who are you posing as that you can keep tabs on the mayor in this way?
How about, like a senator or something?
You want to disguise yourself as an entire elected official?
Yeah.
Who is in this place for a period of months? Or, like, at least weeks.
Yeah, okay, how about this? I am an elected official who is considering a vacation home in Sinzaba.
Okay, what are you the senator of?
What do senators do again?
They are part of our government.
I'm aware of that. Do they have, like, is it like counties?
State.
Oh, fuck, okay. I'm the senator of... Idaho.
Okay. So, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. You come in to the mayor's office in town hall as the goddamn Senator of Idaho, with your assistant, Halbo, who pushes past you and says, "Hello, my name is Halbo John. I'm the assistant to the Senator of Idaho. Senator
Kathleen." I put a potato on the desk.
Does it have gross ears growing on it?
No,
and
it's a
stuff?
nice potato.
Or is
like
it eyes? Is it ears or eyes?
It's eyes.
Eyes.
And it's eyes, and it's like a bribe.
The secretary failed an intelligence roll, looks up at you and says, "Sounds legit to me. What can I do you for?"
What is this person's name?
They have a nameplate on their desk that says their name is Janice Jorp.
Ew.
Fucking disgusting.
Senator
okay.
Kathleen looks unimpressed.
The mayor's a little busy today. Is there something I could help you with?
Well, I believe I'd probably be spending a good amount of time meeting with the mayor, so if you don't mind, I'd just love a tour of the office. Maybe see where the mayor spends all his time, get to know what Sinzaba, Connecticut's like in the nitty-gritty.
Janice Jorp looks at a watch, looks back up at you and says, "Yeah, okay."
Thank you, Jorp.
That's Mrs. Jorp.
Thank you, Mrs. Jorp.
And leads you on a tour. You do pass by the mayor's office.
I give him a friendly but authoritative wave.
He looks confused.
Authoritative.
How do you, Beth? Okay, what is an authoritative wave?
Just vigorous. Beth is almost doing like jazz hands level of vigorous handshaking, which I think just plays more into the mayor's confusion.
Well, hold on. I have to roll a potato into his office.
Okay, you open the door and gently roll a potato into his office, and you hear him, "Ah!"
Oh my god, he probably thought it was a grenade or something.
And then you hear like footsteps as you guys continue down the hall and say, "Oh shit, this looks great."
Idaho approved.
And so, do you just like come here every day asking for ridiculous favors? And
No, not every day. That's suspicious. At least twice a week.
Okay, at least twice a week, you and Assistant Halbo swing on by. To the best of your like knowledge, the mayor never like leaves his office when you're around, and like he's there. He's not like vanished off into that good other dimension. He hangs out. He does mayor stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we're not just showing up and being like, "Hello, we're here to hang out." I'm definitely going to be like, my excuse to keep coming back is that, I haven't found a secure environment in which to keep doing my work while I'm here. I'm sure the mayor wouldn't mind letting me use one of his conference rooms or whatever.
So you're just like coming in here and being like, "Let me use your room."
And then, when the coast is clear, Howie and I can my goal is to go into his office, but he never leaves his office, so at some point Howie and I are going to attempt to raid his file room.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you can raid his file room during a bathroom break for sure. I just feel like we need to kind of wrap this up.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you that upon breaking in to his office briefly during a bathroom break, you guys sort of just grab everything that you can in sight, grab an armsful worth of papers and book it, maybe leaving a potato.
We never go back after that.
But your papers, they don't reveal a lot of necessarily pertinent information. A lot of election stuff. He's got a big re-election coming up that he's really been pushing to campaign for. You do find one piece of paper that sticks out to you, and it's a list of names, about 12, and it has 6 Democrats, 6 Republicans.
I elbow Halbo and I'm like, "These are his chosen. I'm calling it right now. This is who he's gonna take with him into his, promised land, whatever he's doing."
Howie says, "I think he may be already one step ahead." And she withdraws a newspaper, and inside of the fold, from about a few months ago, is a missing persons notice for one Jake
Jackaland.
We have a lot of JJs in this show. Jake Jackaland, who is one of the names on the sheet. And so, Dandy, you are in the process of starting to uncover some really shady shit with the mayor. Hey everyone, it's Max here for a quick, regularly scheduled ad break. Thanks for listening to this. This is our in-between. I took the liberty of relisting all of our in-betweens, so now instead of Misery of Fortune, in-between, part 1, we have it labeled by which in-between it is, so if it's the Misery of Fortune one, that was our second in-between, so it's in-between 2, part 1 and 2. If that doesn't work out and that sounds confusing, please let me know so I can fix that. But yeah, thank you for tuning to this. This is a really fun episode, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please consider telling a friend about it. That'd be really, really, really cool of you. We are getting into some big stuff coming up, and I think now's a good time for like new listeners to get on board. So tell your friend, because we're working hard over here. The next episode is going to come live next Monday. What is it, though? Well, my word is true. I think I mentioned that this is going to be our only in-between. The end of this episode sort of sets up Arc 5, but what we're going to try and do, my God, we're going to try and do it, is put out something really special as a one-off episode next week that takes place during this time span, but is sort of like a non-serious story adventure. It's going to be really cool, hopefully. Otherwise, you can look forward to the first episode of Arc 5 next week, because who knows. But it's going to be a good time either way, so yay. If you want to follow us anywhere, do it on Twitter, because that's where you can find us. Capital TIN_cast. That is where we post new episodes, updates, and all of the good shenanigans that makes your heart beat a little faster. We're here for you. And if you want us to put your name in the show, because we're always looking for names, we're always looking to help people out, you can either retweet an episode or use the hashtag TINcast, and that'll put you in there. And we actually haven't recorded the first episode of Arc 5 yet, which is why I'm still a little wishy-washy. So there's a little more time to get your name in the show, because I'm looking for a cool villain that's going to be in the next arc. And I'm very excited if it's you. And if it's not you, that's cool too. But it could be. It could be very easily. I didn't have a single person tweet about us or retweet an episode last week. So, like, if you're like, oh man, it's not gonna be me, it literally will be you, Jeffrey. We're on Patreon at patreon.com/tincast. We have some really cool stuff over there. I've talked about it a million times, so hopefully you know by now. But we have a few different tiers of stuff. We always have a free episode preview that goes up usually around Saturday, Sunday for the next episode as well. So even if, it's not in the cards, you can still get something just by going over there. So you're welcome. But we have, of course, our critical success tier, where I thank you in this portion each and every week if you're a part of it. So let's give a big shout out. Do you want to say it along with me? You probably know by now. Alexander Getty, Joseph Stowell, and Brett Abraham. Thank you guys for your continued support of the show. And last but not least, we have an email, tincast13 at email.com. I think I've even made that same goof before. At Gmail. It's at Google Mail, though. So don't get confused. Anyway, thank you guys. We'll let you get back to the episode real quick, because this has been a long one. Next week we have, who knows what it's gonna be. It's gonna be real good though. And until then, I will let you guys have a great week. Bye. And now we jump to Earnest.
Hey, I'm Earnest.
What does Earnest spend his time doing?
I'm gonna do two very quick things for Earnest.
Okay.
So he I don't want to draw this out, but he is gonna go see Sherman. Because he didn't sell off the last of those jewels, did he?
No, not the last time you were there. No.
Great. Well, I want to go talk to him and see what's up with them.
Hi, Ernest.
Hey, Sherman.
Hang on, my voice is more nasally. Hi, Ernest.
Hey, Sherman. Good to see you.
Yeah, real good to see you, too. Is your friend gonna threaten me again?
Nope, just me this time. And just me.
He hands you a check for another $500 and says, that's the last of the jewels.
Thanks.
Oh, except for, and he passes you 2 more that have begun to glow unnaturally.
Cool. 2.
He
So now I
says-
got 3 of them.
Yes. And he says, it's been a real pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, bye, Sherman.
Yep. And he shoos you out of the shop.
Best friend since childhood.
I hope he puts the signs up that's like a really shittily drawn picture of you that just like with an X through it. It's like, not my best friend since childhood.
I think it's more like a picture of Harvey and says, not welcome back in the store.
Oh my god.
And then after that, Ernest is just gonna take some time over the next few weeks to do some things that he enjoys. He's gonna go out and work on his photography.
Okay,
Aw.
yep.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really good time.
Yeah.
Are you taking people with you, or are you just bonding more with Captain Punch?
Captain Punch is always with me, I think. But like whoever wants to come with me is welcome. Like I know Gertie's gonna be there a
Take
lot.
pictures
Yeah.
of Gertie.
I think
Yeah.
Gertie is really excited by this new world because
Okay.
both the train yard and her escape in hell were snow based, and so she's experiencing like warm weather and like the New England countryside for the first time, and she is loving it. And like every time you guys come back, she's like, "Where are you gonna take me next?" And I think you guys definitely grow like pretty close during your stay here.
Heck yeah.
What?
Idaho.
Okay, thank you for whispering Idaho randomly.
I need potatoes for my endeavors.
Ernest, if there's one thing I can kind of put upon you,
Yeah.
one evening, Marcus Appleton comes into your room and says, "Hey, so we've been kind of, going through rearranging some stuff, and this was just sort of here." And he hauls in the mirror from Vienna's pawn shop. And he says, "So this is sort of like been hanging around. We've got like our junk drawer and everything of just like the random crap you guys find. And okay, this is going to be kind of weird. Bear with me here."
Okay.
And he motions for you to follow him out into the hall.
Okay, go.
And he withdraws in his pocket one of the glowing stones, not like the 2 that you just got from Sherman, but like the one that you got the last time.
Okay.
And it's glowing pretty brightly, and he says, "Okay, now check this out." And you watch him walk closer down the hall towards the mirror, and you observe that it starts glowing brighter the closer it gets to the mirror.
Okay.
And he stops next to it and says, "All right, this is kind of weird, right? Like, where is this mirror from?"
Well, we got it from a magic pawn shop.
Oh God, you guys are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And he gives it a once over. It has like a rotating base, or not a base, but the mirror itself can like flip upside down.
Yeah.
And he flips it over. And as soon as he does, the stone flies out of his hand and sticks to a little indent on the top left corner. And he says, "Oh my God."
Oh shit!
Oh my God.
Ernest takes the other 2. Oh wait, no. He's gonna go grab Dandy. He's gonna go grab Dandy and Harvey,
Okay.
and probably Gertie.
Okay, so you have a small collection of people now.
I hand
who are-
Marcus one. I
What?
hand Marcus one of the stones.
Okay, Marcus says, "All right, guys, we found out about some new crazy weird magic shit today." And he like sort of just holds the stone in his palm close to the mirror, and it just flies like a magnet into now the top right slot. And Gertie's like, "Ooh."
I don't like that.
That seems dangerous.
I got one more.
And Ernest, as you bend down, so there's 2 more slots on the bottom left and the bottom right.
Oh, so we're missing 2 stones?
We're missing one because I have another one.
Oh, okay.
And the bottom left slot is immediately filled by another jewel. And just for a second, as that third jewel hits the mirror, the screen not the mirror, but the mirror itself like flickers just for a hot sec.
Oh.
And it's like a solid metal base. So, but just for a second, it looks like there's like something.
We didn't catch a glimpse of what that something was.
No, it wasn't anything. It wasn't like a shape or anything. It was more like just like a light, like a light blue light, like almost like a TV turning on at first.
Okay.
It was just like a momentary glimpse of light, and then it shuts down.
Haha, I'm gonna put a sheet over that and be like, well, let's keep that away from any rocks.
Were there more of those stones?
Yes, they were sold.
Oh, heck.
Yeah. Maybe next time we should go talk to Sherman about everybody except for Harvey should go talk to Sherman about it. Sorry, Harvey.
Oh, it's fine.
Did Harvey get banned?
Yeah, there was a sign in the window.
Harvey, you're so dangerous.
Am I?
No.
So with that out of the way, there's one more scene that I have been dying to do.
Okay.
If you'll permit me.
Of
No.
course. Oh,
It is
guess we're not doing it, Max. Sorry.
It is the day before summer now. Renovations on Dingle Towers have been completed, and you now have a second base of operations located back in Sinsaba. And you all drift off to sleep as you normally would, and you find yourselves in a void.
Great.
Oh, not again.
And
Are we all together?
yes, you are. If you'll just give me a moment to
Sorry.
describe the scene. No, you're fine. Just bear with me here. The surrounding everything is almost like a pink and blue cotton candy, like a swirling mix of the two. The floor that you're standing on is totally transparent, but as you kind of like step around, you can see your footsteps move like puddles. And the floor sort of like quivers around you. And there are two beings in this room with you. One of them is Stolas, who has his wings extended, and he is yelling angrily at the other being in the room, who you see is a light blue colored deer, who has these antlers, but the antlers themselves are made of like a shattered crystal almost, that form unnaturally and sort of just hang there in an antler pattern. Their fur is dotted with these gold specks, and Stolas mid-rant says, "Papillon is dead now. We can't keep letting this happen. It's too dangerous for us, for them. We're calling it off." And the other being responds, "I'm not the one who got them into this mess, am I, Stolas?" And Stolas responds with, "Don't you accuse me of this. I didn't..." And he swings his head angrily around, as owls do, and says, "Holy shit!" Sprints over, chicken legs racing, and gives you all an enormous hug, and says, "I am so glad to see you guys.
Hello?
Oh my god."
What's happening?
And he spins his head around again and says, "You brought them here to make me look bad, didn't you?"
No, you're like cool. You're the coolest, still, Bob.
So, Bob.
Stolas puts you all down from his embrace and says, "I need you guys to be really honest with me right now.
Okay.
Okay.
I heard from Dandy and Earnest in the train yard, and everything sounded like it was going fine. And next I know, there's mass panic evacuation. The sponsor is dead? What happened? How did it get that far?"
Okay. Let me be very honest with you. We managed to find Arthur. I don't remember what happened, to be honest, but Arthur was like half dead. He had to like seal his soul into his corpse to keep the rest of Papillon from getting out. So Papillon was stuck in the mountain. Arthur only had a little bit of time left. There was a cult. The cult was trying to kill Arthur to free Papillon. So then we had to go blow up the core. That ended up killing our friend Meg, but we did manage to kill the first half of Papillon that was stuck in that mountain. But whatever happened like 2.5 years ago. I don't know. Arthur's been like that for a good long while.
So there was a cult? They knew Arthur was dead? What happened
They
with that?
didn't know Arthur was dead.
How did they find out? Dandy.
There was a leak in information, and some poor choices were made, but they have been resolved.
By?
Ernest steps in front of Harvey at this point.
Can I ask a question before I answer that question? What are you gonna do about that?
All right, I've heard enough. And he looks directly at you, Harvey, and says, I brought you out of that hell you created to rehabilitate you, not to relapse you.
No. Stolas. He didn't do it because he was trying to betray us. He did it because he thought it was the moral thing to do. We didn't know they were cultists. We thought that they were, and to be honest, we all went along with them for a while, and then we got caught, and we decided to not go along with them. But we didn't know they were cultists. We thought that they were trying to reform their own society. They lied to us.
All right. I've heard enough.
Okay.
This is fine. No. This is for the best. These missions have gotten too dangerous. I am calling this off. You're free. You're free. Everything's good now. No worries.
I walk over to Stolas. Wait, is he still hugging us?
No.
Okay, I walk over to Stolas, and as far up as I can reach, I put my hand against whatever I can
His
reach.
little chicken ankle.
Yeah, sure, his ankle. And I'm like, I can't speak for all of us, but I know exactly what I've been getting into this whole time. I mean, the first time maybe not, but every time after, I've been doing it of my own free will. I don't want to stop.
I don't care if you want to stop. You're targets now. You killed a prince of hell. Do you have any idea how insane that is? Do you have any idea how dangerous that makes you? Well, not very dangerous. You're a bunch of goddamn humans.
What's her name? Lacrimosa told us to do it.
The deer chimes in. I did point them towards the train yard.
Oh,
Stolas.
is that who you are? Oh, hey, what's up?
And Stolas veers his head around again and stomps off towards Lacrimosa and says, "You stay out of this!" And Stolas flaps his wings and raises his talons in the air as he advances towards Lacrimosa, who gives him, like, just sort of a blank stare and then blasts him from the void.
Oh, shit. Our boy!
Soul Bob.
He is super angry. Is he gonna be okay?
I don't know, if I can be completely honest with you. He's not wrong about Papillon. You're the talk of the town down in hell. No human has ever managed a feat like that before. It does make you extremely dangerous.
Nice.
Yeah, well, that's what we were going for.
I believe
that
if
was the goal.
Stolas's record speaks for himself, he will continue to aid you, albeit unwillingly. I'm sorry, though. I was hoping to be done with him by the time that you arrive, but you know how he gets.
He's so passionate, though. He's okay. Like, oh, man, whatever happens to us, I don't want anything to happen to him.
Nothing will happen to him. Even his helping you is still unknown.
Well, that's good.
That's really good.
Now, perhaps we can talk about the reason I have summoned you here. How was
Yeah?
your mission in the train yard?
It was pretty good.
It was horrifying.
It's
Understandable.
I made a new friend.
That's very good, Earnest.
Thanks.
What you have done is incredible on multiple levels, but more than anything, you've shut down the primary source of what makes these places. Without it, the demons will have a very hard time exposing the loopholes in the cores, and I think we can safely say that no new places will be created. And you have yourselves to thank for all that, so that's wonderful.
Neat.
Now, I would say if you were interested in just being done, this would be a wonderful place to call it quits. I have a feeling the remainder of the realms will tire themselves out and things will continue on as normal, but by your conversation with Stolas, I think you're not done, and if we might consider my information on the train yard as me helping you, I require some assistance.
Okay, what do you need?
I mentioned the last time that we were here that you could consider this as all some kind of sick game with the odds stacked against your favor, and I said it was not something I could explain to you at the time. That was true, however, not fully accurate, as I am literally incapable of telling you how it is stacked against you. I have an intimate relationship with the past, as I believe we have established before. It's sort of like my thing. So, I noticed that a period of time, approximately 1 month, was wiped from existence about 5 years ago. I take it by your silence that you are either not surprised or just confused about how something like that can happen.
Confused.
Yeah, I'm definitely confused.
A little confused.
Yes. Well, the best way I can put it is some sort of powerful magic has attempted to erase something from history. It wasn't a perfect job. It was sloppy in parts. That's how I even know about it. You wouldn't even notice. The human mind is wonderful in that it is constantly getting new information, but some of the older stuff gets wiped out. A period of 1 month, give or take, would probably not even be noticed. What extends from the floor around you is a small orb, like the memento that you visited the last time you saw Lacrimosa. The last memento was like a nice white. It was sort of a thing of beauty. This one is black and cracked. And Lacrimosa says, I can't exactly show you in sort of the last time you did this, what it looks like, but if you'll bear with me. And your vision is filled with these blurry shots. They've almost looked like they've been inverted in color, but they're just like a nasty black with some streaks of white, forming various shapes and like movement. You can see the forms of people moving, but what they're doing is impossible to tell. They talk in just completely garbled nonsense. And multiple of these scenes flash by you until they fade and you're back in Lacrimosa's realm. And she says, it's pretty fucked up, if we're being completely honest.
Can you restore that?
That is what I would like to attempt to do. I believe a being of immense power, or a creature, monster, what have you, is maintaining this block. The train yard has released a time or two a creature known as the Arbiter, which is just a mechanical monstrosity designed specifically to handle things like this, to erase pieces of history. Normally they're used within realms to give the host amnesia, keep them complacent. But this is something greater. This has erased an entire piece of history from an entire dimension. It's unheard of. But I can't find it anywhere. So I think it's hidden somewhere. If it's okay with you, I have a feeling I know of 2 particular places that I'd like you to look for clues on where the Arbiter is located. And it just so happens that tomorrow I have a feeling you will be pointed in the right direction. Do you get the local newspaper in Sinsaba?
I'm sure we do.
I can.
I just saw a moment ago. It's going to be the front page.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh God.
Perhaps, while I still have you here, I would like to stress the severity of the time period that's lifted. I'm sure you've all been affected, and if you have a moment, I'd like you all to search your minds and perhaps see if anything seems out of place. And I'd like you all to roll intelligence now.
5 years ago. Was my brother still alive for that?
Why don't you roll your dice?
Okay.
God.
I did succeed.
I succeeded.
Well, I got
Great.
a hard success, actually.
All right. Harvey, you rack your mind, and one piece that kind of catches you off guard as you relive these sort of important moments of your life is you can't remember exactly. Well, let me try and phrase this because it's sort of still a plot point for Harvey as well. You don't remember the actual event, specifically who, that ended up leading to your breakup with Charlie, your ex.
Okay.
Earnest, you don't remember the day your dad died.
That's pretty fucking important. Wow.
And Dandy, I want you to roll sanity.
Okay.
Dandy's got the worst of them all.
Hooray! No, that's that one. I passed.
Okay, cool. Your heart drops as I think you're maybe the first to sort of put two and two together. There's something in your life, something that has driven you from the very beginning, that now comes to you, and you don't remember the details. Your brother Henry, you know he was murdered. That you remember. You have no idea how it happened. To the best of your knowledge, you're not even sure how you know he was murdered.
Dandy looked like, oh, fuck, I don't. She like sinks to her knees and she's like, oh my God.
Ah, good. I see that was a successful exercise. How are you all doing? Is everything okay?
No!
Man, I don't know how my
What?
dad died.
What happened to my brother?
Oh my.
What
Wow.
did you do?
What did I do?
No, I
No.
think he was talking to Lacrimosa.
Oh.
I didn't do anything. I'm trying to solve all this. If there are pieces of you that are missing, then perhaps you will believe me and you will understand the importance that we restore the past and what is going on.
I will literally do whatever it takes. I don't care what it is. We have to read the paper tomorrow?
I think the paper tomorrow is a good place to start.
If the fucking mayor killed my brother, I'm going to throw down. Idaho style.
Dandy, I literally wish I could tell you if the mayor killed your brother, but again, don't know. Anyway, I think this has been a wonderful conversation. If Stolas proves unproductive, please consider using my frequency. I don't remember if it's been established, but we'll retcon the shit out of that real quick. And you can contact me at 15.7.
Hey, Lacrimosa, one more question before we bounce.
Yes, Dandy.
If I just turn to a random frequency and start whispering to the radio, am I just gonna get a demon?
No, we sort of pick and choose where we appear. I mean, I'm sure 15.7 has some lovely tunes, but I can sort of tell if you guys turn it on and are like, hey, Lacrimosa, hey, it's me, people who need help. I'm not gonna ignore you, you know?
Okay. I appreciate that.
Fantastic. Have a good night, all.
Goodbye.
And you return to your unconscious states back at the hotel.
I hope Solstice is okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
The morning paper is everything Lacrimosa promised and more. Marcus Appleton puts it down in front of you guys as you're eating breakfast. And the very front of it, the headline reads, "Kidnapper claims apocalypse if ransom demands not met." And the article continues, "Late in the evening, local horror novelist Sabrina Beauvoir was taken hostage in her own home. The kidnapper claims if his demands are not met, he will kill her, triggering an apocalypse, unbeknownst to anything before." And from the best you can tell, this hostage situation is still going on.